Germany, along with other European Union states and the International Monetary Fund, has been helping struggling Greece stay afloat since 2010. Through loans and bonds, Athens has received 248 billion euros, 30% of which has come from Berlin. Greece's bailout comes with conditions. In addition to adapting painful and hugely unpopular austerity measures, Athens has to pay the money back, with interest. Earnings to the tune of 1.34 billion euros Berlin has held on to.
While it's technically not illegal for Germany to hold on to these profits, in 2012, Eurozone states agreed that they would pay out any interest on bond purchases back to Greece. But when its second bailout package expired in 2015, revenues from interest were no longer transferred out of the account.
There were doubts about whether Greece would kind of continue with the reforms, would fulfill the conditions imposed in these bailout programs, and so these funds have been withheld and they have been transferred to a special fund of the Eurogroup.
This has fueled sharp criticism from Germany's Greens party. Manuel Sarrazin, the party's European Union expert, called on Germany's finance minister, Wolfgang Schäuble, to send the money to Greece, adding that he cannot use this interest to clean up Germany's federal budget. Yet Minister Schäuble says he is reluctant to let the money go, arguing that with inflation, deferring interest payments would eventually end up costing Greece's creditors.
Well, legally, I mean, Germany has the right to keep these interest payments, and at the same time, you certainly need to take into account that Germany already provided lots of funds, so it's not making a profit. But of course, you can debate whether it's morally justified, and there are different views in Germany and all over the world.
Meanwhile, Athens appears to be on a positive course. Last week, the EU recommended Greece be removed from the excessive default procedure blacklist, which would allow Athens greater leeway to manage its finances. When Greece first fell into trouble, it ran a budget deficit of 15.1%, but last year, with the help of these relief packages, it ran a surplus of 0.7%.
Ma conviction, je l'ai répété souvent.
My conviction, I repeat it often, but we are there now, is that Greece can now turn the page of austerity to open a new chapter of growth and employment.
Yet the sustainability of their economic reforms is still in doubt, so a third bailout package was approved in June, which includes the profits from interest, but it is still unclear what will happen to the interest from previous years. In September, Germans go to the polls in federal elections, when the country's economic policies are likely to place high amongst voters' considerations. Natalie Carney for CGTN in Munich, Germany.